Now, from the home of the 2026 Winter Olympics and streaming live on KWQC Plus, this is a KWQC TV6 News Update.
Welcome back to our Olympics special edition of KWQC Plus. Good afternoon, I'm Chandler Brindley. Each day at 4:30 or around 4:30, we're giving you an update right here on the Olympics. KWQC will share stories our Investigates team has been working on and local features that tie into the Olympics. This afternoon, KWQC's Kate Kopatich introduces us to a skating coach and one of her students as they show us what goes into the beginning of learning figure skating.
Stretch, 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 stretch. And we teach life skills here too. We teach how to cope. You know, sometimes scores don't go the way you want, and you still have to be a respectable person to the judges and your other competitors. And so those life skills translate outside of skating. We push all the way through our big toe, right? So that helps us lift, correct? Mm-hmm. So make sure you're doing that, and then when you're done, you have that good posture, okay? All right, try again, please.
On the ice, every detail matters.
Straighten that leg out. Good, hold, 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 hold.
But it's when those details don't align is where the real lessons of ice skating come to life.
Keep your head up, good strong arms. How long do we hold our landing positions for? 5. You're always learning. I always tell my skaters, if you didn't fall today, you didn't learn something. So we're always taking what we've learned and applying it to the next lesson.
With every stride, McCutchinson uses her own passion for skating to inspire the next generation of figure skaters.
You swing your arms back and you jump.
Take your time here.
For Abigail, skating has been in her blood for as long as she can remember.
My dad took me here one day and then I started to like it. So then I kept on practicing, and then he signed me up for lessons.
Good, hold.
And the best part, she says, is when everything clicks.
You get to do a lot of cool tricks as you get older, and I like getting challenged a little bit.
Step forward. Yep, 3 turn, and up. Good.
And while Abigail continues to work on her craft, she's excited to see the best in the world take the ice in Milan.
I pretend like I'm doing that trick that they're doing, and I wish I will be in the Olympics someday.
A nice piece by our evening anchor, Kate Kopatich, right there. Tons and tons of practice that goes into what we see on television from Olympians who compete in figure skating. We're going to switch gears now, and we're going to take a break. From atop of Brady Street Hill. It's a cloudy and maybe a little bit cooler day than we've had in the last couple days here in the Quad Cities. Meteorologist Deanna Rodriguez is here with our first alert forecast. And Deanna, as I said, cloudy and kind of cooler.
Yeah, I think it's because of the clouds. It feels a little cooler, but don't say that. People are going to be scared and think, oh
Okay.
Man, it's going to get cold. It's not. I mean, 60s are in the forecast. It's February 14th, and talking about 60s in the forecast, that's kind of crazy.
That is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Let's
so
put my shorts on.
Are you really?
Maybe.
Okay. Well, hey, I mean, I might myself too. It's fake spring is here, but otherwise, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people out there in Milan are going to maybe have to, well, deal with a little bit of some late flurries, but that's more for Cortina. So I will show you guys the Olympic forecast here for tomorrow in Milan. Partly sunny and mild with highs close to 60 degrees, so a lot like here at home. But then Cortina will be dealing with cloudy skies and, of course, the possibility for a few flurries across the area. But bringing it back home here in the States, in the Quad Cities, First Alert Camera Network is showing some sunshine in Dubuque as that sun is starting to set, but unfortunately a lot of cloud cover elsewhere. You can see that there in Burlington and here in the Quad Cities. Some of us did have a few sprinkles here this afternoon, especially those southern counties. If we take a close look, shouldn't be anything severe, of course, just a few, well, nice little sprinkles there, but otherwise we are not really tracking any snow here in the near future. Those temperatures, I mean, they do feel a little bit cooler, especially areas down to the south. thanks to all that cloud covering along with, well, some of that rain. We're seeing some 40s. It's 51 in Davenport and Milan, 49 in Clinton, 46 for Rock Falls, and 50 for Galena. Now, those temperatures, don't expect a major cool down here, even over the late night hours. We'll be dropping into the 30s here overnight. Few clouds, but otherwise that sunshine does return back into the forecast tomorrow with highs that could be in the 60s. What we are tracking is some brighter weather as we get into tomorrow and even the upcoming work week. Next week will be nice, 60s to begin, but then we are tracking the chance for some rain as we get into Tuesday and even on Thursday. But like I keep mentioning, as of now, rain thanks to these temperatures. For now, not necessarily seeing any snow. If we take a look at those temperatures in the outlook here, you can see we're going to be trending above average here for quite the stretch. Not necessarily a major cool down coming down anytime soon. And Exact Track is showing plenty of sunshine with winds from the north here tomorrow, but otherwise they will be shifting to the south, allowing those temperatures to, well, warm up just a little bit as we get into the upcoming work weekend. Well, I'm sure a lot of us are definitely looking forward to that 7-day forecast, as it's going to be bringing us highs in the 60s for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then cooling back down with a few rain chances as we get into next week.
All right, 63 on Monday. We'll take it, Deanna. That's not a bad forecast, and very few chances of rain.
Yeah, I think a win is a win. I mean, we get some sunshine clouds, but rain is definitely needed here for us across the area.
I would say so. Yeah, it's very dry. We had a lot of fires, and we're going to get to those here in just a little bit. We'll have your top stories on this Saturday afternoon. Those come your way next. All right, welcome back. We're going to get into our top news stories of the day. First up, a massive pipeline fire caused a large emergency response in Washington County, Iowa today. The Washington County Sheriff's Office Iowa just before 11 a.m. this morning. The sheriff's office said no injuries were reported. As of 3 p.m., officials were still at the scene. KWQC is working to learn more and get more information about this fire. We will be sure to update you on air and online as information becomes available. Injured following a fire this morning in Rock Island at a wood pallet facility. According to a media release, around 30 this morning, firefighters responded to the 300 block of 34th Avenue in Rock Island for a possible structure fire. When firefighters arrived, they found a fully involved building on fire at a wood pallet facility. Because of the intensity of the fire, Milan fire crews were called for mutual aid. The fire was put out and contained to a single building. There were no injuries to firefighters or facility employees. The fire remains under investigation. And today is a day out there, as today is Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day comes every February and began as St. Valentine's Day, a celebration of one or more early Christian saints named Valentinus. February 14th became associated with romantic love in the Middle Ages. Since the Middle Ages, Valentine's cards grew into a more commercial venture by the Victorian era. Today, people across the world exchange greetings, cards, chocolates, and hearts. It is also one of the busiest days for florists. We'll have the latest women and men's hockey when we come back. The United States women's hockey team continues to dominate in the 2026 Winter Olympics. They picked up last night over Italy 6-0 in the quarterfinal. Prior to that, they continued to win in dominating fashion with wins over Latvia 5-1 and a 5-0 win over rival Canada. The United States women will rest up and get ready for the semifinal. The United States women remain unbeaten, recording their 4th shutout in 5 games. And the men's ice hockey team is taking on Denmark today. At last check, around 4 o'clock, they were going into the third period, that is, with Team USA leading 5-3. The men's team is still in their preliminary group play. Tomorrow they are scheduled to play Germany at 2:10. And this morning, Team USA won another medal in the 500-meter speed skating. Jordan Stolz is taking home his 2nd gold of the Games after winning the 1,000-meter just a few days ago. Here's a look at the current medal count for the Winter Olympics, sponsored by Ace Waterproofing and Basement Solutions. The United States is still holding on to that 3rd place spot with 17 total medals, 5 gold, 8 silver, 4 bronze. Italy is in 2nd place with 18 total medals, and Norway leads all and everyone with 21 overall medals, 10 gold, 3 silver, 7 bronze. Tonight in prime time, you can watch skating and the win where Jordan Stolz recorded his 2nd medal. You can also watch the final runs of the women's skeleton, men's giant slalom in alpine skiing, women's final in dual mongols, and the cross-country skiing women's 4x7.5 relay. That all starts at 7 o'clock on KWQC.